everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little interesting. On February 12th, of 2021, I was diagnosed with FND, which is Functional Neurological Disorder. It basically causes involuntary movements and sounds, and it can be quite exhausting. The motor tics started in October, and my head would go back, and then the verbal tics started in December. Progressed now to where I quote movies, I sing songs, I make weird noises, I'll make weird gestures physically, variety. They also change quite a bit and they'll respond to different things. I forget what the exact term is called, but there's a condition where you echo what you hear, so sometimes it sounds like a parrot. They're often in different accents. Why? Nobody knows. Each tick kind of feels different. Sometimes it feels like electricity, sometimes it feels like there's bugs crawling on me. Different ticks have different warnings, or sometimes there's no warning. It's kind of rolling with the punches, especially because they evolve. I have certain ticks that respond to water. I have certain ticks that respond to cars passing us on the highway. I have ticks that respond to very strange things. In fact, sometimes if I'm having a conversation with somebody, they'll respond before I do, and I luckily have found certain things that Oh, I don't tick as much, luckily, when I am singing, when I'm reading, playing guitar, basically when I'm working on something tedious. So if I'm like bullet journaling, I'm working on mandalas, or my friend and I are about to go paint rocks, possibly a video about that coming out soon. Music does help a lot. Unfortunately right now I don't have music playing because of editing and copyright. I have a bunch of little doodads that help with my tics. I have like poppets, I have like stuffed animals, a big stressed watermelon, which I love this thing so much. Always have a book on me. I'm currently reading Air of Fire, which is, I believe, the third book in the Throne of Glass series. I'm on medication, I go to therapy. I read like 9 books in 2 weeks. I have gloves to wear if certain ticks get bad. I do tend to hit things sometimes, unfortunately. Oh my goodness, who said that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't always remember all my ticks, so sometimes I'll tick something, and if there's someone around me, they'll be like, "What'd you say?" And I have no recollection of it. I also have this thing where I go out, I guess it's kind of one way to describe it. I'm unconscious, basically. To me, it's like blinking, but to everybody else, I'm either suspended in animation, I take a little nap, is what one of my friends say. My head goes down and sometimes my eyes close. There used to be a warning for a while where my right ear would ring, and now there's no warning pretty much at all, so I have an EEG scheduled right before I go back to school. Quite literally, I get out of the hospital the day before move-in, so excited for that. They think it might be stress and anxiety based, but when I do get stressed or anxious, they kind of subside a little bit. They let me kind of dig into whatever it is that I'm stressed or anxious about. Of course, when this started happening, we just went back into my life, basically, and we're like searching for little things that could maybe give us a clue of when this really started, but the earliest we can remember is October of 2020. There is no cure, really, to this, other than like exercises that I can do to lessen them. But on a different note, we are kind of starting fresh. I've got a new banner, a new profile pic, new watermark. Check that out down there. And I'm really excited. I've been spending the past pretty much 24 hours re-editing and trying different things, looking for new music, and hopefully some new subscribers to join the family, and on my journey to who knows where we're going. I honestly don't know when this is gonna leave me alone. I'm very lucky and fortunate to have an outstanding support system, not only at home, but at school as well. I have a bunch of friends who are very supportive of me and are there for me if I ever need anything. My professors are very understanding and very patient. They're very patient with me, which I'm very, very thankful for. In fact, I don't think words can really describe how thankful I am for them. A lot of things have changed since 2020. not only are we kind of starting fresh with the theme of all of this, but I've redone my room and my closet. I actually have my closet footage, but I never posted it. I redid that back in 2020, or summer of 2020, I should say, which that will probably be posted at some point as well. Cannot tell you how much I've been worried about this. It's been very hard to admit to myself. In October when these started, I came home for like Thanksgiving break and my head would go back and my parents were kind of like, hey, what's that about? And I was like, oh, it's nothing, like don't worry about it. And so I ended up going back to school, and then same thing kind of happened with winter break. They started to progress a little bit, where arms started to move and it wasn't just my head anymore. Wow! So yeah, and then January, when I was back at school, it got to the point where it really was bugging me. It was really not letting me breathe, and I called my parents and I was like, whoa! And I was, I mean, yeah, but I was like, I need help. I need to do something. My friends are very understanding and very patient, and I'm very thankful for them. However, I don't feel guilty, but I don't like the idea of having to put them in the situation where if something happens to me, period. I don't want that to be a thing. I do feel like I'm losing my independence a little bit, which really sucks because I have been very independent for as long as I can remember. I can no longer drive. There are certain things in the house I can't do anymore for different reasons. I can't drive because, well, yes, tics, but also because of the episodes that I have where I go unconscious. They last anywhere between 5 to 10, maybe 12 seconds, and things can change within a matter of 0.3. So I'm no longer allowed to operate machines. There we go. I'm almost never alone anymore. We are constantly monitoring every little thing. I can go quite a bit without ticking sometimes. I do have a lot of facial tics that occur during those periods, but they're so minor that they're hardly noticeable. They've kind of just become a part of me now. I've tried really hard to stay positive and kind of just take every day in its own little challenge, because it is what it is. It is definitely going to be a journey, a very exhausting journey. I'm coming up on a year now with these guys, and I can't really imagine the next 5, but hopefully it just gets easier, even though they've been progressing, hoping that we're starting to come back down, but it's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I hope to get back to at least some routine of editing and posting, probably not as frequently because of all of this. Also the idea of kind of like the echo tic. If I watch something with, like if somebody else has tics or Tourette's or some shape or form of that, mine can also flare. They are, the only time that I'm anxious and I tic a lot is when I'm talking about tics, and I get anxious talking about them because I feel like I might mess it up or they might throw something in there that isn't true. But so far they've been behaving to an extent. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something, maybe. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Oh.